Welcome back to Side C of this scenario where we remain in the Crown City to expose the corrupt Royalists for being stingy assholes and not giving everyone fair share.
Lord Saranoa.
Leave investigating the Royalists in the Crown City. Yes, well, I would. There are many unhappy with Roland's return, and I doubt the Royalist activities are doing him any favors.
Even so,
I'd just say you're in deep thought. Alright, Iridor. Why are you even neutral if you won't see to reason for all three? Do not want to give Ace Frost or Hyzant the opportunity to kick us while we're down. The problem must be resolved if the kingdom is to make a full recovery.
I feel this in my gut.
I was not expecting that. And now we talk to Gila.
ah, yes?
Ooh, even she. So this is the hardest one to pull off, I guess, because both Iridor and her take effort. House Wolford is the last remaining high house. It is our duty to support the king, especially in this time of need. We may have reclaimed the capital, but there's still unrest. I worry of what would happen if we leave Roland to his own. Honestly, neither one sound good.
Uh-huh. I don't know what to do.
And we no need of Huette or Roland because they're already there.
It is time to... The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Once again, we convinced everyone we talked to.
The way forward is decided. We remain in the capital with Roland and investigate the truth behind the Royalist plot. I shall remain in the capital and help King Roland investigate the Royalists.
I'm in your debt, my friend. Having you by my side is a tremendous boon.
Then I shall venture to the Wolford domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And I shall see to the Roselle village. I shan't be gone long, worry not.
Then this is farewell for now. Frederica, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
With peace tentatively restored to the Crown City, House Wolfort's members scatter to the far corners of the domain. Benedict returns to Castle Wolfort alone. Likewise, Frederica tends to her own in the Rosellan village. Serenoa and King Roland, meanwhile, begin investigating a cabal of Royalists, bent on regaining their lost power and influence.
Why would you take what little aid the Crown has given us? Have you no heart?
Watch your words. The royal family entrusted House Consort with the minutiae of daily governance, and our priorities have changed. These provisions were deployed without any care, and are to be collected and redistributed in line with the royal family's wishes.
But we've already eaten the food. Our children were starved, sir.
I accept your confession. You shall answer for the crime of embezzling from the crown.
You're not serious.
We're sorry.
Don't apologize to them. They're Royalist scum. And they can't take away what they didn't give in the first place. We know Hyzanth sent the provisions.
The boy's right. House Wolford arranged for them. You've no right to reclaim what you never owned in the first place.
You pathetic peasants. Do you not see that they are the root of your suffering?
I see it as thanks to them that you nobles still have a kingdom in which to parade around and lord your station over us.
Neither the Royalists nor the Crown have done aught to help us. You stood idle while Esfrost invaded us, while they ruled us with an iron fist.
She speaks true, and even worse, you nobles rushed to Gustadolf's side. Yet here you stand, with the gall to accuse us of crimes against the Crown. You seek to hide your own treachery.
No.
I'd sooner bend the knee to Esfrost all over again than have a traitor to the Crown darken my door.
Not content with embezzlement, you would add treason to your list of crimes. Crimes for which you shall now pay.
Ah!
Ah! Oh.
No!
Mom! Dad!
You fiend! There's nothing noble about you! We've suffered enough. It's time we fought to keep what's ours.
Kill every last one of these traitorous curs.
What do you think you're doing?
Cease this madness at once, Patriarchs! I beg you, calm yourselves!
It's Lord Wolford himself!
Why have you turned your weapon on the people? Explain yourself.
They are not our people. They are filthy insurrectionists who would overthrow the royal family.
Stay with me, please! Mother! Father!
Mama! No!
Did you commit murder in their name?
There are Esfrosti sympathizers in our midst who must be reminded of the royal family's primacy. I will not see the throne usurped again.
Savrog again. That wasn't in the other one. So it's only in this one.
Lord Svarog, you've been summoned to the capital with regard to the deaths now. How long do you intend to defy the Archduke's orders?
I've no time for his trifling inquiries, now that Glenbrook has been wrested from our hold. I fear an assault on the duchy is imminent. We must fortify Twins Gate.
Such an order would be mine to give, not yours.
Be gone. I was a fool to think you could protect the duchy's lands.
The Archduke shall render his judgment.
Damn his judgment, and everything it has wrought! Leaving that fool Thalis in charge of Glenbrook brought this upon us.
I shall pass your words on to him, then.
See that you do, messenger boy. And let him know that if he wishes for me to follow his orders, he will speak the truth, and nothing but.
People rebel against the nobles, and the Royalists suppress the common folk. Roland makes a decision amidst the chaos in the capital.
The insurrection is quelled, for now. Our physicians report that townsfolk and Royalists alike suffered grave wounds in the fighting.
I take solace only in the fact that no lives were lost. You see the same thing as I, do you not, Serenoa? Patriot and his sympathizers seek to take back by force the power they fear they've lost.
They were some of the first to bend to Gustadolf's will. I reckon that guilty conscience is why they're lashing out now.
The people are with them. Resentment against my family grows by the day. I pray I can bring them back into the fold, but the odds are against me.
You put it lightly, my king. The strength of Patriot and his ilk lie in their connections. Though it pains me to say it, you'll not rule the kingdom without their cooperation.
We must work to change their minds.
Nay, time lost is trust lost. We must be swift and decisive. We must seize Patriot and his conspirators at once. And I shall banish them from the kingdom myself. I expect we'll have little trouble once we've made an example of Patriot.
Stem the tide of this bloody river we find ourselves in, eh?
Cordelia's state is an impediment to your plan. The royal physicians, under Patriot's command, tend to her now. They're like as not to take her hostage if you act rashly.
That is why we shall seize him in the streets, where he'll not have Cordelia to use as a shield.
And people will see the royal family will not submit to an aggrieved royalist. Yes, this may work.
Lend me your aid, Serenoa. I've not put my title as king, but rebuilding Glenbrook will take might.
I have every confidence in your abilities, my king. As does House Wolford. We stand with you.
Thank you, dear friend.
Alright, are we ready for more? I don't know. Could be. No Izant thing. Interesting. I wonder if that's because the going to Wolford is the true ending, and that's why both of them are there. But going to the Roselle village popped up neither, but going here only popped up the Savarov one. I don't know, my mind was still spewing over that during that whole scene. Alright, they walk the capital. Walk in the city. Just two wild boys. One's a bachelor.
Pray spare us a crumb. I beg you.
Never! You deserve to starve after kissing the frosty boots that crushed our necks!
Says the man who bellowed "Long live the duchy" every time he saw one of them walk past.
There were scores of us! You plan to report me and half the kingdom for that?
This frosty rule has broken our kingdom. And so help me, I shall see it rebuilt under my rule.
Alright, now we just get to talk to everyone. There are doubtlessly many dissatisfied with King Roland, but they don't understand the hardships of a king. He faked his own death to strike down his enemies and reclaim the capital. Cannot even imagine how he feels now. Reuniting Glenbrook will be no easy feat. It wasn't all bad under Ace Frosty rule. The Archduke gave us freedom, some profited, some didn't. You'll no doubt hear different stories depending on who you talk to. Okay, stop jumping back up. Patriot and his conspirators don't seem to be around at the moment, but we should take action once we do find him. The destruction is paramount, jeez. King Roland and House Wolfort were the ones who took the kingdom back from those damn Ace Frosty curs. You know, those slimy royalists were the first ones cozying up to the king-slaying bastards. Now they're going around acting like they own the damn place. Have they no shame? They don't. You're right. My friend, my bud. My my fellow ginger friend. I say that as if like I have red hair, but I don't. I have like dark black hair. Those no good royalists act like they're doing us a favor when we all know they're hoarding all the relief supplies. This never would have happened under Ace Frosty watch. It seems there are people who thought Ace Frost rule preferable to Glenbrook's. If that's the case, then our efforts were for naught. My heart sinks when I think about how His Majesty must feel. Oh shit. Working in the Crown City right now is a struggle to say the least. Those damn royalists are extorting money out of us merchants in the name of reconstructing the capital. Things were so much easier when Ace Frost was in charge. Maybe it's time I took my business elsewhere. Oh, that's not good. They're driving people out of our... They're literally driving businesses out of our kingdom. And they think they're doing good. They call me a hindrance. Now that the royalists have regained their former privilege, they're terrorizing the town. I know King Roland only just returned, but I cannot blame the people for having their misgivings. There we go. I have to do whatever the royalists say. I fear that they'll do to me next. The last battle was tough on all of us. Even my little girl got hurt big time. It's the cause of all this, but still. Patriot. Dude, I couldn't even focus on that. I could hardly read. I talked to you? I don't know if I did. It disgusted me to see people enjoy Ace Frosty's rule like carefree fools. I think it's only fair for those that like us that have sworn our undying loyalty to the crown to lead the people. Panacea pellet. Now that King Roland is on the throne, I was thinking of recruiting new members to the Kingsguard. But it'll take time for things to settle down after our latest battle, and finding reliable people to join our ranks won't be easy. To tell the truth, I'm a bit of a loss. We'll need both brawn and brain to get the capital back on its feet. It certainly wouldn't hurt if they could handle multiple tasks either. It's time to do away with the kingdom's antiquated practices. We should appoint those with skill, man or woman, regardless of their social status. Roland's safety comes first. You speak true, my lord. I myself am of humbled origins. It was King Roland himself who recognized my abilities and appointed me to the Kingsguard. I'm sure he would have no qualms with the new selection process. Damn straight. To be honest, I know the problems facing the kingdom are many, but I don't know what I should do about them. I cannot even say for sure what my first priority as king should be. We must restore the royal family's repute. We need to face both the nobles and people alike with unwavering resolve. We'll need funds for reconstruction. Why not tax the nobles and wealthy merchants? You seem overwhelmed, my friend. Why not take walk Fair point, my friend. People need a leader, and I must prove myself worthy of that position. I somehow doubt stopping Patriot's tyranny alone will suffice. Am I not? I'm not. It's just sparkling water. I hate it when the water just sparkles like that, because then it confuses me. Yeah, I knew I was probably missing something. I already talked to you. Alright, I think that's it. So a lot of the sparkling I'm seeing is just of the water. Yeah.
You misunderstand, surely. Why must I pay so much to simply reopen my stall?
We know that you did business with the Isfrosti army. They made you quite wealthy, as I understand it, and Glenbrook saw none of your ill-gotten gains.
Nonsense. We were free to do business as we pleased under the Duchy's rule.
A bold statement. One that could be easily taken as criticism of the crown. It sounds to me as though you wish to incite an insurrection.
I would never. Please, I can pay. Just let me pay and be done with it.
Of course you can pay. That is the duty of every subject in Glenbrook. But what of your words, which wound the royal family so?
A tithe, then, for our beloved and benevolent royal family. Pray deliver it to them, good sir.
I see you've learned your lesson. King Roland will be glad of it.
That shameless cur.
I can bear no more of this, your majesty.
Nor can I. Seize Patriot.
What a jerk, right? Do I get Cordelia after the mission? I was hoping to at least use her once, jeez.
Your Majesty sent the Wolfort dogs to sniff around.
Nay, I saw all of it with my own eyes. You shall be punished for invoking the royal family's name to line your own pockets.
And then who will help you rule your precious kingdom? House Wolfort? I think not. You're a fool if you think you can rule hand in hand with your vassals. You are being used, but are too blind to see it.
I would do no such thing.
Aye. Everything is of my own will, and mine alone.
Your will? You're as naive as I feared. Glenbrook cannot be ruled with the iron fist of the Esfrosti, nor the religious zeal of the Hyzantians. No, Glenbrook must be ruled with careful mediation between the royal family and its loyal subjects, and that is why you need us. King Regna and Prince Franny understood this so well, I assumed their aptitude to be hereditary.
You dare suggest I am not fit for the throne?
Suggested? I know it to be true. Why else would I dirty my hands if not to make you face the truth? You have lost the ability to distinguish between friend and foe, and now House Wolfort shall usurp the throne.
Hold your tongue, or I shall have you charged with treason.
Surrender quietly, or be cut down where you stand.
If only you had known your place. But you just had to follow your full convictions. You have poisoned King Roland's mind long enough, and now you must die for it. So help me. I will open your eyes to the truth, my king.
Brother! I come to your aid.
Delia, what are you doing here?
I overheard the healers talking amongst themselves. The people suffer at Patriot's hand. I cannot lie abed in the face of such cruelty.
Are you well enough to fight?
Am I not a member of the royal family? I will fight for our people in any condition.
I see it is obstinance that runs in the family. So be it. Clearly you've outlived your usefulness.
A healer who refuses to see her allies suffer. A variety of powerful healing spells, some of which require a sacrifice in return. Bro, would you stop skipping fucking frames? There is no reason for you to skip frames every frickin' 2 minutes. Aside from pissing me off. Okay, so we have to have Cordelia, Roland, and you. As recommended, we have you, Lance, Maxwell, and Archibald.
Please,
again, I
leave
think
everything
getting
to
rid of
me.
Corinton for her. We should be good. I guess technically I could have gotten rid of him. What? Just go in the center. Yeah, we can switch you two. So what is my goal? Is it just to defeat Patriot and allow Rome to fall? So he is surrounded by a couple pikesmen, 3 pikesmen it looks like, 2 blades, battle mage and a healer. But I'm assuming they're not the only enemies on the stage. Oh, they are. You know what that makes me think? Oh no, they're not. There's a bowman, another battle mage. There's a lot of people behind us. Okay. So this is interesting. Stop skipping frames. Jeez. There's literally no reason for you to skip frames. You haven't skipped frames for like the past side A, side B, or the short 30-minute video before that.
You've reclaimed nothing. Glenbrook lost its king, then suffered the Esfrosti invasion. We barely had time to catch our breaths before a new king was crowned. Those who bent the knee to Esfrost have thrived. Those who resisted are dead or dying. The nobles and commoners have never been further apart. Do you think this land will unite under you?
You're damned right it will. I'll restore this kingdom to its rightful glory.
My turn.
Alright, we'll put you right there and you can take cover. Good for you. That's like the 3rd time I've seen you level up.
I do everything myself.
I won't lose.
Won't lose. Flash of steel? Baby!
This is where you fall.
On my honor as the Dawn Speaker. You can't save yourself.
Oh, okay. That did a lot more damage than I was hoping.
Time to take flight.
Oh, that's cool.
Take aim.
Brock. I don't like how there's people behind me.
And where shall we strike?
Death from above.
Yeah, we need to hawk that view. Bro, would you stop letting them move? Yeah, you stop. Seriously, there's still more of them over there that can move.
Come at me!
My gosh.
House Wolford won't lose!
Looks like I'm up. Time to end
Bye-bye,
this.
mage. Can... Seriously, can my people move?
Let me heal your wounds. Be at ease.
I appreciate it.
Oh, you and your freaking sanctuary.
If I fall, so too does the king.
Allow me to aid you, dear brother. I can do this.
Yeah, I almost forgot about her.
May this be
Sorry
enough.
to worry you.
Behold true power.
What is wind? do nothing.
The heavens rage!
You've done enough damage. Don't you underestimate magnificent?
You won't escape.
Now, you freaking idiot! Oh no, I'm so mad. How did you miss? How did you miss?
For victory!
So that takes him down to 53. Yeah, sure, whatever.
You're making a grave miscalculation. Under what pretense do you lay the blame at my feet? You'll not find a greater royalist in these lands. Tell them, Cordelia. You know what I did.
Indeed. I sought your counsel while under Gustadolf's rule. But those who would sow discord between the people and the royal family must be destroyed.
On my honor as the Dawn Speaker. You can't save yourself, this children.
This isn't good.
Yeah, you're right, it isn't. But,
This battle, my pride is my shield.
From where shall we strike?
little danger's being right there, but okay.
For my kith and kin.
I believe he has suffered enough. Might we show him a measure of mercy?
Now is no time for mercy. The royal family must rally together.
Bro, why are you skipping frames? You should not be skipping fucking frames. There's no reason for you to be skipping frames.
We must expunge all who tear us apart.
This is pissing me off. Yeah, I forgot about the army behind me. Can it be my guy's turn yet? Can it be my guy's turn yet? Oh my god. Stop moving. What did I just say? Stop moving. Freaking go faster. Jesus. I don't need your indecisive. I'm already indecisive enough. I don't need your indecisive.
Cool heads shall prevail.
What about Sanctuary?
This is what I do.
Thank you. Fine work.
Let's go!
Ooh.
May this be appreciated. My time is now.
Wait a minute. If I come here, wind. Oh yeah, BD. He. What are you, a healer? Yeah.
Out of my way.
Get back. I don't need you getting any closer.
Allow me.
So if I come here, what if I do edge? I can't hit him because she's in the way. Guess we'll come here. I mean, I should probably still go for him. Oh, but I can't.
There. You're quite formidable.
Your orders?
Victory is within reach.
strike.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one.
Prepare to face the Dawn Spear.
Farewell. Me too.
My turn. Take that! Defeat is not an option.
Oh, thank God.
Once more.
It will take more than my head on a pike to unite the people. They are driven by
giving
more than
brains.
vengeance. You have sealed your family's fate.
I swore to restore Glenbrook, and I shall see it done no matter the cost. I thank you for your service, Patriot.
You know, he could have left that spot anytime he wanted to. But he didn't. I don't know why. Because it's not like I had him surrounded on all sides. I only had him surrounded on two sides for that, for most of that. For a lot of it, he had a guy on his left and behind him, meaning he could have moved around
You are a
them.
true hero, Cordelia. We would be lost without you.
I did what needed to be done.
2 healers is clutch.
My fair people, Patriot's tyranny ends here. Know that he suffered a punishment befitting his crimes. Now we can restore our home in peace. Pray, good sir, why do you quake with fear? No harm can befall you now.
Thank you, my king. I shall pay what tax I owe in due course. You have my word. Please, have mercy.
Whatever do you...
Welcome home, King Roland.
Gaze upon what your flight from the kingdom hath wrought.
Silence! Esfrost's aggression is the cause of this.
Or so you'd like us to believe.
Did you see how ruthlessly he cut down his trusted advisor, Patriot?
King Roland is a fearsome tyrant indeed.
Esfrost was never so cruel.
I promise
Are they
you will
gaslighting him?
understand in time. I pray you're right.
Is that not the girl whose parents were attacked by Patriot's men?
Attacked and gravely wounded, yes. I fear there's naught I could say that would make amends for what happened. How fare your parents?
What do you think you're doing?
Why? Why would you do that?
Do what?
What in the... Hold! I beg your forgiveness. She's not been herself ever since our parents passed.
But there were no casualties.
Not officially. The physicians refused to admit them. They tended to the wounds of the Royal Guard and Princess Cordelia first. We couldn't staunch the bleeding on our own.
No!
I had no idea.
Liar! You told them to do it, didn't you? You killed our parents!
I didn't. I would never order such a thing.
This is all your fault! You should never have come back! At least tell me why. Tell me why my mother and father had to die.
I don't know what to... They...
Please forgive us. We won't speak ill of the royal family ever again. We'll do as we're told. Heavens forbid, should we commit a crime, I shall bear the punishment. Just promise to leave my dear sister alone.
This isn't your fault.
She's right. You brought none of this upon yourselves. I bid you lay the blame at my feet.
Man, these people have been Stockholm Syndrome. Bro, stop fucking skipping frames. Jesus.
Do not dwell on this, my king. You could not have known.
Pray let me remain Roland to you if no one else. The crown rests heavy upon my brow.
What's up with the courtyard? It's like glitching out.
Then let us speak as equals. As friends.
That is all I ask. Vengeance blinded me, Serenoa. I was willing to do whatever it took to settle the score and save my sister.
I'm so distracted by the courtyard.
That I could restore both my kingdom and people to their former glory.
And you have, true to your word.
But at what cost? Those children are orphans now. Who knows how many others have suffered the same fate? How many innocent lives will be lost? How many people will I fail to protect?
This is not your burden to bear alone. I was there beside you, and yet the outcome was the same.
Bear it I must. Else I will be doomed to repeat it. Where you offer comfort, I see only excuses. Yet I remain every inch the fool. For my hatred of Esros grows with each passing second. It is those dogs who must answer for this. Our people would still be whole if not for the misbegotten war they started.
And you have lost your family too. I cannot deny you the rage you feel.
You are always kind to me. In my heart of hearts, I know Glenbrook cannot truly be fixed. Perhaps it was broken from the start. We must rebuild our nation from the ground up if we are to set things right.
How do you mean?
We need something the people can rally around. Like the Hyzantians and their goddess.
And we have you, King Roland.
Yes, I thought so too. But I alone, nay, not even the royal line can.
Forgive me, Your Highness, but Frederica and Benedict have returned.
I think it would be wise to finish this conversation with the others.
I feel the same. Thank you for allowing me to speak my mind.
You needn't thank me. Rather, are you sure you're...
All is well. Trust me. So long as you are by my side.
Those citizens were rough, man. Like I said, that's gotta be like Stockholm Syndrome or some shit. Like, they took that gaslight to heart. Or something. Like, those people would not listen or hear Roland's words, but instead just went off their own little preconceived notions, like close-minded idiots. Some of them bigots. I can understand the little girl's pain. I mean, she's a child, but at the same time, she kind of just went at it like it was 100% guaranteed fact that it was Roland's fault, and he had everything to do with it, even though, you know, he had no idea. He was ignorant to the whole thing. And even when he admitted so, she still acted like he did. It's like, not even I don't know. Like, the citizens that were in that cutscene were so frustrating, annoying, close-minded, and just really dumb. Really hard to hear. But with that, there is no reason to continue, because we've already seen the Benedict scene, and we're about to watch the Frederica one in the next episode, as well as the Roland recap version of what we just watched. So yeah, hopefully in the next episode we don't have to deal with belligerent dickhead citizens, but who knows. Hope you have a great day. Remember, you can be the best you could possibly be. If you liked the video, give it a like, comment for the be super special awesome. Subscribe if you haven't, that'd really me out. And ta-ta for now.